David Reagan was born to drive, like his father before him and his father before him. In fact, he was only 12 when he started what would become an illustrious racing career. And today, he's still racing and loving life as an analyst for Fox Sports. David has been inspired by many in his life, his parents, as well as other drivers. But one of his main sources of inspiration has always been his big brother, Adam.
So when I was a kid, I just knew Adam as my brother. We got into mischief. We fought like normal brothers.
I remember playing baseball together, and we took karate together, and we ride around our four-wheeler on the tree like a racetrack.
As I got older, I did realize that Adam was a little different than I was. I remember going to get my driver's license, and Adam, he was a little mad because he wanted a driver's license. On the surface, you would look at and say, maybe Adam, he can't do that.
But Adam loves to defy expectations. He not only learned to drive, but he went on to medal in quarter midget racing.
I was very first 2000 champion. Very first Rookie of the Year. I won my very first race at Marietta, Georgia. Man, that's phenomenal. Be a grandfather number of my race car.
It's been so great how the NASCAR community has embraced Adam.
Driver, start your engine!
And Adam is a great example that, giving the right kind of love and care in community, he's been able to live a very happy, successful life. But there are some people that don't have that. It's great that Able Light will be able to provide that. It's so important to have these resources available to people like Adam with a disability that they can have a productive life, that they can be an asset to the community that they live in, that they can provide a service to their church, maybe to their family, to their neighborhood, to the company that they work for, and live a very successful life like God has called us to.
And now, please welcome to the stage NASCAR great and Fox Sports analyst, David Reagan.
Well, good evening and welcome to the Better, Brighter Together event. I'm David Reagan, and I welcome you all to this joyous occasion live from Charlotte, North Carolina. What a great evening we have in store for you tonight. This is the night to celebrate a historic occasion that we have all been waiting for. Bethesda is now officially Able Light and ready to serve even more people with intellectual and developmental disabilities across the country. And tonight, we're also thrilled to be welcoming Grammy Award winner Michael W. Smith to the stage to give Able Light the grand kickoff it deserves. It truly is my honor to serve as your host this evening. And although I've loved every minute of my racing career, being able to support an organization such as Able Light is a true blessing. And did you know that over 6.5 million people in the U.S. have a developmental disability? That's about 1 in every 26 families. And I'll repeat that. That's 1 in every 26 families that has a member with a special needs. So quality programs and services are in desperate need across our country, and organizations like Able Light do all the good work that they can do to provide these services. And they've never been more important. So many of us have a person with a disability in our lives. And I certainly do. And you met him earlier, and he's with me tonight. And he's someone who I love very much, and he's my older brother, Adam Reagan. So come on out here, Adam. Woo-hoo.
I am glad to be here tonight. It should be done like cold outside. Devil take away, bro.
Thanks, man. Adam, he's kind of the star of the show when we're at a lot of these NASCAR races over the years. he would be over signing more autographs than I would. So he feels very comfortable in front of a camera. And you might notice that red shirt that he has on under his sports coat tonight. Is that a Crimson Tide red or Georgia Bulldogs red?
It's a Georgia Bulldog, bro.
Georgia Bulldogs. So did you watch the big game last night?
Around 10:30.
10:30. That's past my bedtime. Well, we're glad you guys are tuned in tonight. Adam is a big Georgia Bulldogs fan, and so he's in a real good mood tonight because his team brought home the, is it the checkered flag or the trophy?
The national title.
National title.
Champion.
That's right. Well, are you ready to raise some money for Able Light tonight and have some fun?
I can't wait to have fun.
All right. Well, it's going to be a good night, and I'm so glad that you're able to be here for this special occasion. Adam, and all that goes for everyone, even in our audience here tonight. We do have some live folks and all of you at home watching. Able Light is a nonprofit, so we are hoping to raise dollars tonight that can help people with disabilities, people just like my brother Adam, shine bright. And you can donate tonight by texting Able Light to 41444 or by visiting ablelight.org/future or by taking a picture of that QR code that you see on your screen. We want to see your faces too. So please share a photo on social media tonight and have some fun with it with the hashtag AbleLight. So it's almost time for Michael W. Smith. That's going to be a lot of fun to hear him perform right here on this piano behind me. And we wouldn't be able to do it without our great sponsors that have helped put this on, Merrill. I know that Merrill has been a great longtime supporter of Able Light and the disability community, and sponsoring golf tournaments when Able Light was able to move on to this live streaming events like the one we're watching tonight. They said, how can we help? And now let's hear a quick word from Merrill's Senior Vice President, Joel Gershon.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Joel Gershon, Senior Vice President with Merrill Lynch out of our Chicago office. Merrill Lynch and our parent company, Bank of America, are absolutely thrilled to have the opportunity to serve as the lead sponsor for tonight's Better, Brighter Together concert as Bethesda rolls out its new brand, Able Light. Able Light provides tremendous service to adults with disabilities and special needs throughout the country. We are extremely proud of the work they do, and we're so excited to be here tonight. Thank you, everyone, for taking the time. We know you're in for a great concert. Sit back and enjoy it. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Joel and Merrill, for your support and being our presenting sponsor tonight for the Better, Brighter Together event. And now on to the music. This is an artist who needs no introduction. He's a winner of 3 Grammy Awards, an American Music Award, more than 40, that's right, 40 Dove Awards. He's an author, an actor, recording artist, and songwriter who has been honored as the cornerstone of Christian music. And tonight, he is here to brighten our evening and give Able Light its best possible launch. Let's give it up for the awesome Michael W. Smith.
Thank you so much. It is, thank you, David. It is awesome to be here and to be a part of this amazing thing called Able Light. And yeah, it's the only thing that's on the docket for me for 3 months. I was adamant about being here. Flew in, came over from Nashville, and glad to be here. So we tried to come up with a set list, but I can't think of anything better to start off with this song, which kind of puts it all in perspective. And this is called Heart of Worship. It goes like this. When the music fades and all is stripped away and I simply call, longing just to bring something that's of worth that will bless your heart. I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. search much deeper within. Through the way things appear, you're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. The kingdom in this world, no one could express how much you deserve. Though I'm weak and poor, all I have is yours. Every single breath, I'll bring you more than a song, for a song in itself is not what you have required. You search much deeper within. Through the way things appear, you're looking into my heart. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm coming back to the heart of worship, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. I'm sorry, Lord, for the thing I've made it, 'cause it's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. It's all about you. It's all about you. Always has been, always will be. It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about you, Jesus. Thank you. Draw me close to you and never let me go. I lay it all down again to hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire, and no one else will do, 'cause nothing else can take your place. To feel the warmth of your embrace, help me find the way and bring me back to you. You're all I want. You're all I've ever needed. You're all I want. Help me know you you. Never let me go. Lay it all down again to hear you say that I'm your friend. You are my desire. No one else will do. 'Cause nothing else can take your place. To feel the warmth of your embrace. Help me find a way, but bring me back to you. You're all I want. You're all I've ever needed. You're all I want. Help me know you are near. You're all I want. You're all I've ever needed. You're all I want. Help me know you are near. Help me know you are near. Help me know you are near. Thank you so much. Gosh, I was just watching all those videos before David and I came out, and just so amazing. I just kept thinking for the least of these, what resonates with the heart of God, and I think Able-Lite does that. And so it's an honor to be part of tonight, and I reflect on what I get to do for a living and sing all around the world and be able to be a part of like an amazing event like tonight. And I'm always reminded of this amazing country that we live in, although we've got a lot of problems, but we live in the greatest country in the world. I'm just going to say it because it's a fact. It's an amazing idea. And some of us are sitting in this room, most of us are watching on a computer, and we're all here because a whole lot of people, and men and women, fought for this country and died for this amazing idea called America. And tonight, I would love to dedicate this next song. It's from an instrumental record that I recorded back in 2011 in London. And so for all those who are watching, if you've served, if you're a veteran, if you're serving now, I would love to dedicate this song to you. This is called Patriot. For those of you who are watching tonight, maybe you're a little lost. Been a crazy 21 months. And maybe this song is for you tonight. I walked this road so very long ago to show the way so you would know. I walked the road with holes in my hands and feet to make the way. Come follow me. No, you are not alone. You will be free indeed. The journey begins and ends with me. 1,000,000 miles. It starts with a step or two. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you. Run the race and thinking you've almost won, then you may find you've only begun. You're on the road thinking you're far from here, and suddenly find you're very near. No, you are not alone. You will be free indeed. The journey begins and ends with me. 1,000,000 miles. It starts with a step or two. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you. What are you waiting for? I'm waiting for you.
Thank you, Michael. Wow, that was an amazing couple of songs, and what a talent and an honor to have him with us tonight. Thank you so much, and we'll be hearing from him more in just a moment. But now I'd like to introduce you to the interim president and CEO of Able Light, Dave Sneddon.
Thank you so much, David, and that was wonderful tonight. And Adam, of course, my fellow Bulldog, thank you for being here tonight for our Better, Brighter Together celebration. And to all of our amazing employees, friends, and supporters who are watching us from your homes this evening, welcome to Able Light. I am just incredibly excited about our new name. As you know, Bethesda has served us very well for many years, decades actually, and it's an important part of our legacy. But as the needs of people with intellectual and developmental disabilities have evolved over the years, we have to change as well. And that's part of why we're now Able Light.
Well, I know that Able Light helps thousands of people with disabilities and their families each year. But what makes Able Light so special, Dave?
You know, I'm really glad you asked that, David. You know, one of the things that makes Able Light unique in the disability community is that we're here to serve the whole person through their whole life, at every stage, from being a child to a senior and everywhere in between, and for all the different types of needs that they have. We can help people with disabilities live to their fullest potential. And we do that by providing our life-changing support through 5 areas of impact. And those are safe and loving homes, independence and well-being, faith and community connection, innovation and technology, and financial security. And, I'd really love to show you a couple of the ways that these impact areas come alive through some of our programs, starting with independence and well-being and helping people to find jobs and be able to be independent and really live out their dreams. It's really central to a life well lived to be able to do that.
At Able-Lite, we strive to offer services that empower people with disabilities to be as independent as possible while living a full, meaningful life. And having a job can be an important part of that. That's why we offer employment supports to help people discover their calling, find the job of their dreams, and then succeed at it.
My name's Emma. I work at Chick-fil-A.
Emma loves her job now, but she admits at first it was difficult.
The first time I started, I was quiet. I didn't feel like talking to people that I don't know. I wasn't able to be independent.
But with the support of her Able-Lite job coach, Emma was able to hit her stride.
A person who worked with her previously did a lot more hand-over-hand work with her and a lot more job training.
Gradually, I stopped relying on my job coaches to help me.
Today, Emma is thriving in her role.
Emma works very hard at what she does, and she's gotten good at it. Emma is extremely independent, and she does not need a lot of day-to-day support. I check in with her, usually via text, a couple times a week, and that's about as far as it goes. My ultimate goal is for people with disabilities to achieve meaningful employment, for them to feel good about what they do every day. It's empowering, it's independent. People with disabilities can be a real force in our society when it comes to employment and jobs. There is no limit to what they can do.
My confidence level has changed tremendously. I am very proud with everything I accomplished. I love my job.
Great job, Emma. Keep up the good work. We're all proud of you. I can't tell you how much having meaningful work provides a sense of purpose, accomplishment, and pride to my brother Adam. And getting that paycheck every week. He likes that too. But there's so many things that is great with that type of foundation of learning and experience. And I want to thank you for your work in these areas. And I know that you'd like to share one other area of impact that you're focused on.
Yeah, that's right. I would. Thank you. Did you know that nearly 500,000 people with developmental disabilities are sitting right now on waiting lists to receive Medicaid-funded home and community-based services? Now, Able-Lite is really proud to be a part of a solution to this problem, and I'd like you to meet a few of the people that we help through providing safe and loving homes. Jenny, Jordan, Chris, and Lauren. And they all receive support through Able-Lite. And most importantly, it's based on their choice of what type of living arrangement really makes the most sense for them. Let's take a look at that.
At Able-Lite, we believe the world shines brighter when people with developmental disabilities achieve their full potential. That's why we're leading the way in pioneering life-changing services that empower people to thrive. Using a whole-person approach designed to encircle each person with love, support, and care through every age and stage of their life. We're dedicated to helping people with disabilities find safe, loving places to live, always empowering them to choose where and with whom to make their home. Jenny in Minnesota chose a group home because it provided the right level of support and social interaction.
Jenny moved here from another group home because she was ultimately unhappy. She just didn't feel she was getting the support she needed. When she came here and she met everybody, she said, yep, this is where I want to move. When can I move in? Since Jenny came here, I've seen her very much blossom.
For Chris in Colorado, being part of a family was the most important thing, but he struggled to find the place he belonged until he came to Able-Lite and was welcomed with open arms as part of our host home program.
A host home is an opportunity for anyone with a disability to be part of a family. It gives his life new meaning.
Well, my family has been like the family I have never had. She's been the best mom I ever had.
Jordan lives in Oregon, and for him, moving out of his parents' house and into his own place was his dream. But he knew he'd need a little support from time to time, which he found through Able-Lite's supported living services.
I live in an apartment and it's all by myself. Bethesda has supported me with helping me with appointments, money, and helping me become more independent. Like if I want to learn how to cook something.
He's really independent in a lot of ways, but he likes to know that he has staff when he needs that extra little support some days.
For Lauren, living independently was the goal, but she still wanted to be surrounded by a loving community. And that made Cornerstone Village a residential community that combines independent adults with disabilities with other members of the community, the perfect fit.
My husband and I are so very thankful that Lauren gets to be here at Cornerstone. She has a high level of independence here, and she has a community of people who want to embrace other people.
There's more opportunities now as far as getting to be independent and relying on myself.
A home is so much more than just a place to live. It's a place where you belong, a place where you can be happy, a place where you can thrive. And we're working every day to help people with disabilities find the places where they can feel safe, loved, and where they can reach their full potential.
Wow, those are some great stories. And if you're inspired by what you've seen here tonight and about creating possibilities for people with disabilities through Able-Lite, please consider a gift. Simply text Able-Lite to 41444 or visit ablelite.org/future, or you can snap a picture of that QR code on your screen. And don't forget to upload your photos, have some fun with them, and use the hashtag Able-Lite. Thank you. And as we welcome Michael back to the show and back on stage, thank you, Michael. How's the piano working tonight? I tuned it up a little bit before you got here. Is it doing okay?
You did a great job. Thank you.
Well, good. Well, we're proud to have you, and I know everyone watching at home is excited to have you playing for us. But I want to talk a little bit about one of my favorite songs that you recorded a few years back, A Place in This World. And that can relate to anyone around the world, but especially those in the community that has a disability. Tell us a little bit about how the lyrics for that song came to be and kind of what it means to you when you're performing it.
Yeah, well, it's been around for a while. It's hard to believe that it's almost 3 decades old, but just really inspired by someone hurting and trying to, I mean, obviously I think the original letter that I got was pretty heart-wrenching. Came from a really bad family situation, a lot of abuse, and I think at some point in that letter, this young girl from Southern California just said, "I'm just trying to find my place in this world." I think she actually said that. And it just sparked something, because I knew that she was not the only one who felt that way. There were probably millions of young teenagers especially. And as you said, probably people with disabilities. This has been an anchor song for a lot of people. And I'm grateful that it fell out of the sky and that girl was brave enough to write me that letter to tell me how she was feeling, because she was suicidal.
Wow.
And she's alive today, and I'm grateful for that.
Well, that's great. And aren't we all trying to find our place in
Absolutely.
this world? Well, thank you so much, Michael. And enough with me talking. Back to some music. Thank you.
All right. I'll just give you a little snippet of place. I'm going to sing the second verse. I think it addresses what we're talking about tonight. If there are millions down on their knees among the many, oh, can you still hear me? Hear me asking, where do I belong? Is there a vision that I can call my own? Show me. I'm looking for a reason, roaming through the night to find my place in this world, my place in this world. Not a lot to lean on, I need your light to help me find my place in this world, my place in this world. Looking for a reason, roaming through the night to find my place in this world, my place in this world. Yeah. I will be here for you. Somewhere in the night, somewhere in the night, I'll shine a light for you. Somewhere in the night, I'll be standing by. I will be here for you. Yes, I will. I will be here for you. Is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Thine is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. And when I feel afraid and I think I've lost my way, still you're there right beside me. Nothing will I fear as long as you are near. Please be near me till the end. Oh, we're singing, thine is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet and a light unto my path, and a light unto my path. You're the light unto my path. There is none like you. No one else can touch my heart like you do. I could search for all eternity long and find there is none like you. eternity long and find there is none like you. I could search for all eternity long and find there is none like you. Packing up the dreams God planted in the fertile soil of you. I can't believe the hopes He's granted. Means a chapter in your life is through, but we'll keep you close as always. It won't even seem you've gone, and 'cause our hearts in big and small ways will keep the love that keeps us strong. To all my friends at Able-Light, this is for you. And friends are friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. And friends are friends forever if the Lord's the Lord of them. And a friend will not say never, 'cause the welcome will not end. Though it's hard to let you go, in the Father's hands we know that a lifetime's not too long to live as friends. No, a lifetime's not too long to live as friends.
Great stuff. Thank you so much, Michael. What a night we're having here in Charlotte, North Carolina for Able-Light. I'm David Reagan, and I've got my brother Adam back on stage again. How do you think tonight's going? Is it going pretty smooth?
Yep, pretty smooth, and have a great night.
Great night. Do you think you can hop on that piano and play as good as Michael?
Yeah.
Well, we might try it out in a little bit. Just a quick reminder that tonight we're raising funds for Able-Light's important work. Please give now by texting Able-Light to 41444 or by visiting ablelight.org/future or snapping a picture of that QR code on your screen. And don't forget, we want to see your fun celebrations too. So post them on social media with the hashtag Able-Light. And even though the name has changed, and one thing that hasn't is the Christian mission that Able-Light will carry forward. Able-Light's commitment to community and faith is stronger than ever and truly is open arms for any and all who need our services. Another one of Able-Light's 5 impact areas is community and faith. Able-Light is a proud registered service organization of the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. Let's take a look at how faith is lived at one of Able-Light's safe and loving homes, Cornerstone Village.
Since we opened our doors in 1904, our Christian mission has been at the heart of everything we do. And that includes making sure the people we serve have the opportunity to explore their faith. This is an important aspect of Cornerstone Village, one of our newest communities in Victoria, Minnesota.
It's really important for our community to be able to come together and worship. Our Bible study is one of the great activities that we have every week.
Those who have disabilities have the same questions we all have. Seeing the common need that we have to grow in our faith at any age, at any point of life, is very valuable. I believe it just creates such a powerful bond between those with disability and others in the community.
I really believe in how we show Christ through what we do here. Everything that we do is for everybody, and we're able to adapt our Bible studies to whoever's there.
Pastor Shockey supports Able-Lite in a number of ways that can be replicated in our other homes and communities across the country to continue teaching and sharing about Christ's love.
One of the ways I've been serving Able-Lite has been trying to connect local churches to what's happening in the Cornerstone Village environments. So there are partnerships that are growing. Sometimes the faith connection just grows out of putting people who love Jesus together. The sense of community is powerful, and it just becomes stronger when we live out our faith every day.
Thank you, Pastor Shockey. What a great story and an incredible way to carry on a tradition that's over 100 years old, bringing the light of Christ to people with disabilities and to the whole community. That's so inspiring. So now, let's get back to the music. But first, there's still plenty of time to make that donation. And I'm going to let Adam, let's welcome back to the stage, Michael W. Smith.
Thank you, Adam. And this is how I find my battles. And this is how I find my battles. This is how I find my battles. This is how I fight my battles. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how I fight my battles. 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 Like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. It may look like I'm surrounded, but I'm surrounded by you. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles. This is how we fight our battles.
is the Lamb. Amen. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy is the Lamb. Worthy. Amen. Moving in our midst, I worship you, I worship you. You are here, you're working in this place. I worship you, I worship you. Everybody sing, waymaker, miracle worker, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keep, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. You are here, touching every heart. I worship you, I worship you. You are here, you're turning lives around. I worship you, oh I worship you. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. 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 You're working, you never stop working, you never stop working. Even when I can see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop working. Even when I can see it, you're working. Even when I don't feel it, you're working. You never stop working. You never stop. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God, that is who you are. Oh yeah. Waymaker, miracle worker, promise keeper, light in the darkness. My God,
Well, Dave, I've had a lot of fun tonight learning more about Able Light, some great music and celebration, and looking forward to such a bright future with people with disabilities.
It has been a great night. And, you know, you're right. There's still time to give to Able Light tonight. I've been very fortunate over the past couple of years here to get to know some of the people that we featured tonight, Jordan and Chris, and Emma, and all of those great folks. And their stories inspire me every single day, and they inspire all of us at Able Light to do what we do every day. And if those stories and the people that you've met here tonight inspire you as well, then please consider a donation. Your donation will go to support some of the great programs that you've seen tonight, and it really couldn't be easier. Text Able Light to 41444, or go to ablelight.org/future, or snap a picture of the QR code.
You know, the QR code, that's a game changer.
That's
you know, you
great.
just hold your phone up and snap the picture, right? You know, I want to give another shout out to our presenting sponsor, Merrill, and to all of our sponsors who made tonight possible. Thank you very much. Dave, thank you for me and my bro, Adam, for letting us be a part of this historic celebration. There's so much more to come, and I can't wait to see what people with disabilities will be able to accomplish with the help of Able Light.
Thank you so much, David. It really means a lot to have you and Adam here celebrating with us. It's been great.
Well, guys, one more time for Michael W. Smith. We're going to go have some fun. He's going to send us out. Let's go have a great 2022 and go Able Light.
Yeah.
Thank you all for being here today.